Hi, welcome back to Cbse Board Economics once again. Today we will be discussing another very important topic in national income accounting, that is stocks and flows. These two variables are very important in macroeconomics because most of the variables in macroeconomics are either stocks or flows. So let's discuss what exactly are stocks and flow variables in economics. The first question you have is define stock in economics. The second one, define flow concepts or flow variables in economics. The third question you have is differentiate between stocks and flows. This is, of course, very important from the board's point of view. And we'll be discussing few examples of stocks and flows. And the last one, the questions that came in previous board examinations. Let's start the 5 topics or the 5 questions in this chapter. The first one, you have defined stock in economics. What exactly is stock in economics? Stock is a quantity measured at a particular point of time. Stock is a quantity measured at a particular point of time. What do you mean by particular point of time? It can be maybe 5 o'clock in the evening, maybe today, maybe in the year 2020. That is stock concept. Let's try to understand with an example how much money you have in your pocket right now. That is stock concept. How much money you have in your pocket maybe at 5 o'clock today is stock concept. Or how much money is there in your bank account as on today? That is stock concept. Or how much money is there in the reservoir or in the water tank today, or maybe at 4 o'clock in the evening. That is stock concept. So stock is a quantity measured at a particular point of time. And what exactly is flow variable in economics? Flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. Period of time. This period of time can be an hour, can be a day, 24 hours, can be 1 year, can be a decade, can be a century. So let's understand the flow concept in economics. National income is a flow concept. Why do we say national income is a flow concept? Because it is measured always over a period of time, maybe 1 year. Your dad's income is a flow concept because how much money he earns in a month, that is a flow concept. All national income aggregates, maybe GDP, gross domestic product, maybe GNP, gross national product, maybe NDP, net national domestic product, GNP, gross national product. These are all flow concepts. Why do we call it flow concept? Because GDP is measured in an accounting year for 1 year. So stock flow. Stock is a quantity measured at a point of time. Flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. Now let's go to differentiate between stocks and flows in economics. Whenever you have differentiate question in the board exams, you are supposed to make a table and write 3-4 points. Okay, let's talk. The first point in differentiate between stocks and flow. Stock is a quantity measured at a point of time. And this side, flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. Stock is a quantity measured at a point of time. Flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. That's the first point. The second point, stock has no time dimension. Stock has no time dimension. What it means, there is no period, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours. Flow has always a time dimension. This time dimension can be 1 year, 1 day, few seconds, 1 century, 1 decade. So stock has no time dimension, flow has time dimension. The third point, stock is a dynamic concept. Stock is a static concept. Flow is a dynamic concept because it keeps on changing. Stock is a static concept. Flow is a dynamic concept. And the last point, stock influences flow and flow also influences stock. Stock is influencing flow, flow also influences stock. And we can write some examples always, stock and flow. In case of stock, you can write national wealth is a stock, national capital is stock. In case of flow, national income is flow, GDP is flow, NDP is flow, NNP is flow, exports of the country. These are the flow concepts. Now we see some examples of stocks and flow. There are very few examples of stock. I already told you 2 examples. The first example is national capital. Today, what's the capital of the country? Or maybe your capital. National wealth, as on today, is a stock concept. National wealth, national concept. National wealth and national capital are stock concepts. Then you have water in the tank at any particular point of time. Maybe at 4 p.m. how much water is there in the tank? That is a stock concept. Then you have water in reservoir, as on today, is a stock concept. Wealth of a person is a stock concept. Okay, and flow concepts, most of the concepts in macroeconomics are flow concepts. Already we discussed national income is a flow, GDP is a flow, NDP is a flow, GNP is a flow. Depreciation is also flow because it is measured in 1 year. Exports and imports of the country are also flow concepts because when we talk about exports and imports, so we talk about in 1 year. Then you have taxes. This is also for 1 year. So income tax for 1 year, that is also flow concept. Then these are the flow concepts. Then you have water in the river, that's a flow concept. And one more, water flowing in the tank from morning till evening, or maybe from 10 o'clock in the morning to 5 o'clock in the evening, is a flow concept. How much water has gone in the tank? So as we can see that majority of the concepts in economics are flow concepts. Now we see some typical board questions. that have come where students get confused. They asked you in previous years, savings, is it a flow or stock concept? Savings are always flow concept because savings are for 1 year. How much you save in a year. And in one of the sets, they asked you a question, savings in the bank account, of course, that is a stock concept because you can measure it at a point of time. Profits, they asked you in one of the years, profits is always a flow concept because profits are measured over a period of time, maybe 1 year. That is a flow concept. So profits is flow, just savings is flow, but savings in the bank account is stock, or money you have in your bank account is again a stock concept. So capital formation or investment is a flow concept because we measure it over a period of time, how much investment you have done. That's a flow concept. So we do the revision once again. Define stock. Stock is a quantity measured at a point of time. National wealth is a stock. National capital is stock. Define flow. Flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. National income is flow. GDP is flow. Exports, imports of the country are flow. If you want to write more, balance of payments, balance of trade, flow concepts. Differentiate between stocks and flows. The first point, stock is a quantity measured at a point of time. Flow is a quantity measured over a period of time. The second point, stock has no time dimension. Flow has time dimension. The third point, stock is a dynamic concept. Stock is a static concept. Flow is a dynamic concept. Stock influences flow. Flow influences stock. The same examples again. Under stock, you write national capital and national income. Under flow, stock, you write it national capital and national wealth. Under flow, you will be writing national income, GDP, NDP, depreciation, capital formation. So examples of stocks I give you once again, repeat. National wealth is a stock. National wealth is a stock. National capital is stock. And the flow concept, national income is flow, depreciation is flow, capital formation is flow. So some of the questions that came in the board exams we have already discussed. That's all we have time for today's topic. So I'm sure you must have learned stocks and flows. It's a very important topic from the board's exams point of view. I'm sure you must have followed it. In case of any difficulty, please write it in the comment box. So till we meet next time, it's a goodbye from Saddam Hussein. Don't forget to subscribe Cbse Board Economics, share it with your friends, like it, and don't forget to comment. Goodbye guys. Best of luck for your board examinations. Goodbye.